How many of you have ever judged somebody within 3 to 5 seconds of meeting them, even though you know it's wrong? Let me see your hands. And by the way, right now we have a country that's kind of divided. And there are people, I know many of you, extremely disappointed out there. I never thought Donald Trump would win either, but he's our president now, and some people just are thinking this is the worst thing ever happened in the history of our life. I actually had an interesting conversation with George W. Bush, who I had all these judgments about. And I got to spend 4 hours with him. And I'm a person who loves to dig in. And I literally prosecuted him in the beginning as to why he made the decisions he made. And I didn't agree with all of them, but I totally understood why he made the decisions he made, instead of all the judgments I had. Turned out to be one of the smartest men I've met, believe it or not, and I've met some smart human beings. Like, I love wickedly smart people. I wouldn't say he's wickedly smart, he's incredibly smart. And at the end of it, I asked him about the election and what's going on. This is before a few days ago. And I said, I'm sure you would love to have seen your brother obviously in there. He said, listen, I don't ever comment because I'm not here to make President Obama's job harder. I know what that's like. He said, he's in charge. He's been selected by a democracy. That's what we got to go with. I said, so what about what's coming? And he said something really beautiful that I think might be handful for you to consider if you're frustrated or if you want to help somebody else. He said, Tony, I remember when I was young and President Nixon was being thrown out of the office, going to be impeached. The President of the United States is a crook, leaving. And he said, I remember my soul just feeling this, our country's gone, it's destroyed. The presidency is destroyed. And he said, you know what we found out? The office is bigger than the occupant. That's why we have what we have. And it's very interesting to see what Mr. Trump has done, at least the tone he struck in the beginning. I think he may want to succeed so badly, because I know him personally, I know Hillary as well, very well, that he might actually become a good CEO. He might lead this country in a great way. I don't know. I hope so. I'm sure he'll make mistakes, because I don't think anybody has who's been in that position. But I bring it up because notice how people's mood can be changed by focusing on things what we think are outside of our control. What I really want to focus on with you here, and what I became obsessed by, is there's 2 worlds you can master, the external world and the internal world. Mastering the internal world is the more important of the 2. I mean, can the whole world be going crazy, people going nuts around you, and is there a way inside yourself where you could be, the whole world's going nuts, and you could be absolutely, boom, right here, centered and blissed out? Is that possible, yes or no? Yes or no? Yes! No matter what's happening in your world, there is a center, there is a still point inside you. And if you find it, you'll make the decisions that matter. They won't be fear-based decisions. Because a decision made from fear is almost always the wrong decision.